Hello. Happy Tuesday. Welcome to the stream, ladies and gentlemen. We are back for another online stream with Oxford Online English. Hello, everybody. How are we doing today? It's a beautiful day here in Madrid. I hope it's beautiful wherever you are. Hopefully you can hear me and hopefully you can see me. I'm testing out a new microphone today. Wow, we've had a lot of activity in chat. Fantastic. What has been going on in here? Hello, Stacy. Hello, Yashka. Wasim, nice speaking practice. Love you. Thank you very much, Wasim. Thank you, Shiraz, for informing us what time the stream starts. Your time, thank you. Farida, hello. Hello, Nipa. How are you today? Thank you for being here. Hello, Julia. Hello, Ignacio. Yes, Manuel is correct, Ignacio. This is an English class. However, if you have any questions or any doubts, please feel free to message in either language. I am here to help. Hello, Daisy. Good to see you. Welcome. How are you? Happy to be here. Daisy Lee is cooking as we speak. What are you making, Daisy? Oh, you're cooking stewed pork. Now, I used to love stewed pork. Obviously now I'm a vegetarian, but it's definitely delicious. Hello, Ekaterina. Hello, Ashley Shen. Yes, very familiar with Gordon Ramsay. You should be in Virginia de la Paloma. Yes, it's a holiday here in Madrid. I didn't even realize until this morning. So thank you for reminding me. Hello, Edwin from Brazil, Colombia, sorry, and Wijidan from Brazil. Hello, Emiliana. Hello, Sarah. I'm very well, Nipa. Thank you. Thank you for asking. Hello, everybody from Venezuela. Hello, Dulce. Welcome to the stream. It's the first time I've seen your name here. My fiance is from Venezuela. Karashta. Mark. Hi, I'm Mark from Madrid. I'm a part-time English teacher here. I just sent this link to one of my B1 Pet students. Well, thank you very much, Mark. Thank you for sharing. Well, that's a great segue into the next thing that I'm about to say. I have started my own online business. So I would like to share some links with you in case you would like to follow me on my journey. I have made an Instagram account where I post most of my social media announcements and things, and attached to that is a website, and on that website there will be free resources and also some online courses to help students with their English journey. So if you have Instagram and if you would like to support me, then you can follow me along there. And then there is also, like I said, a link in the on the page, on the Instagram page for my my website. So very excited about all of this. I'll be mainly doing exam preparation. So exam preparation for Cambridge exams and also IELTS and TOEFL too. So like I said, here is the page. So if you would like to follow me there, then you will get all of my updates. And I will also follow you back, of course, so that we can be, I don't know, in contact via Instagram on DMs. So yeah, very excited. And also today, as you can see, the lesson title is a review of the simple tenses. Today's class is going to be quite beginner level English, but as a review. So a few streams every couple of months, I am going to dedicate a stream to beginner learners of English, just to help students remember or learn or practice more low level English, just to try and encourage more people to start learning English or to see their improvement and their progress. So yeah, so that's what my plan is. Every couple of months there will be a stream based on some lower level grammar and lower level vocabulary. But then next week we have a stream, and next week, as you can see, we are going to do some writing techniques. So that will be more higher level. Higher level techniques and skills for writing. It's funny how you have never been able to pronounce my name, yet Prof. Rich pronouns it with ease. Well, Kashita, I am sorry for not pronouncing your name correctly. If you could maybe write how you pronounce your name, then I will definitely try. I have been there, Carrie. I know how Madrid is on the 15th of August. I let you go today. Well, I'm going out to Gran Via after this stream, so maybe I will see people around. Okay then, so that's all of my announcements and information about today's class. Do we have any questions before we move on? Hello, music with me. Hello, Ali from Saudi Arabia. Hello, Jack Efron. Thanks for joining us. Mark Donovan, Oxford Online English is one of my favorite English language learning channels on YouTube. That's great to know, Mark. It's always nice to have support. Assad, hello. What is the purpose of this live chat? Well, Assad, whenever I ask you questions, I would like you to share your answers in the chat box. So that's what you should be using to interact with the other viewers and also to interact with me. Kashita, I will change it to make it easier for you. No, don't change your name. Just tell me how to pronounce it correctly. Hello, Lucas and Sam. How are you? Thank you for being here. Raphael, hello from Portugal. Whereabouts are you from in Portugal, Raphael? Raphael. Okay, no questions? No questions? From Porto. Beautiful. I'm hoping to visit Porto next week. No questions. So for my regulars who have a very high level of English, please help in the chat, help the viewers, help your fellow English language learners. Or if you just want to sit back and relax, that's also fine. Okay? You choose whatever you would like to do, but please be here next week for our writing class. Okay, so exploring simple tenses, a review. Kashata. 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 Isn't that what I've been saying? Though it's a nickname, my real name is Robinson. Robbie, can I call you Robbie? Or Robin? Anyway. Right, questions for you. What simple tenses are there in English? Yes, Daisy Lee, that is true. Absolutely. Whilst cooking your dinner at the same time. There are 3. The present, the past, and the future. Exactly, Ekaterina. I could not say it better myself. There are 3 simple tenses, okay? Now, some people say that the perfect tense can also be a simple form because of the present perfect simple and the past perfect simple. However, those are perfect tenses, not simple tenses, okay? So present, past, and future. So what does the term base verb mean? What does that mean? Base verb. How could you explain that to somebody who does not know? What's a base verb? Hanjo, time with 10 question marks. Are you okay, Hanjo? Yes, we will continue on to sentence structure, Assad, but first of all, we're just looking at some questions to introduce us to today's topic. So, the base form of the verb, Utami says verb 1, Krishantha says the main verb, Anwar says V1, Manuel, infinitive, to learn, base verb, learn. The main verb without any additional. Okay, yes. So the base verb is the main form, the infinitive form of the verb. Okay, so it's without adding anything, changing it, moving it around. Okay, the base verb is the infinitive form of the verb, the original verb, without any changes into the past or into the future or with any subject changes. Okay, fantastic. So when discussing verb tables, verb 1, verb 2, verb 3, for example, which type of verb is verb number 2? Any ideas? Fantastic. Utami, Krishantha, and Manuel, and Julia, past tense. Fantastic. Yes, Manuel. The third column, verb number 3 would be the past participle, but the second verb is the past simple or simple past form. So, which verb do we always use with the future simple? There is a verb that we always use with the future simple. What is it? Okay, Sahar, Sadar, Ekaterina. Hello, Nashi. Thank you for joining us. And Shiraz, Assad, Dot, Mohammed, Amin. Well done, everybody. Kashita, the correct answer is will. That is the future simple form. Okay, so there are, obviously we know, there are other tenses that we can use to describe the future depending on the situation. However, the future simple form, we always use will. And if we are asking a question and we want to offer something to somebody, we use shall. Fantastic. Well done, everybody. So my last question. The simple tenses are considered the easiest tenses in English to use. Do you agree? Why or why not? Okay. Utami agrees. Why do you agree? This is not a right or wrong answer. Okay. I'm just curious to know. Okay. So Krishantha believes that simple tenses are easier to understand. Okay. Julia couldn't agree more. Yuri says it's not just called simple. Ekaterina, as for the future simple, I agree. As for the other two, they cause particular difficulties and confusion. Yes, Ekaterina, they can. Mina agrees. Sahar agrees. Nipa, yeah, because in my opinion, it's the very first step to learning English language. It is easy. Okay, Imin agrees. Assad, I agree, because simple tenses are not as complicated as other tenses. Well done, Assad. Ashley, I agree. They are widely used in daily conversations. Absolutely. Great. Okay, so that's good to know. Hanjo, no, because it's forget to change the verb with singular. I think present perfect is easier than the present simple. Very interesting, Hanjo. Okay, great. Kashita, they are basic tenses. Please make a WhatsApp group for English speaking. Sada, that might be something I create in the future with Digi Exam Pro, not with Oxford Online English. Perfect. It's easy to frame a word and easy to understand. Right then, well, let's see if you can complete this text. Here we have 3 missing words from a couple of sentences that are basically describing what are verb tenses. So verb tenses tell us when the happens. There are 3 main verb tenses: present, and future. Each main tense is divided into continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous tenses. So if you would like to share your answers in the chat box, A, B, and C. What are the missing words? Is that because my face is in the way? Oh no, my face is in the way. Ashley Shen, where are you? So it's a what's the expression called? Oh my gosh, my brain's gone blank. An inside joke between me and Ashley Shen. Okay, when I first began streaming with Oxford Online English, I used to always leave my camera in the middle of the screen, and I would share like the activities, and nobody would be able to see them because my head was always in the way. So Ashley Shen was always responsible for telling me to move my face out of the way. That's an inside joke. Sorry. I'll never learn. It's been like 2 years nearly. I will never learn. Oh, it's fine. Okay, so Ekaterina. Very good. Well done. Oh, Momotaro is back. I remember Momotaro from our alphabet game. Hello there. Old habits die hard. Exactly. Right? Like, I don't know. Teacher, is it possible for you to share the explanation for each topic on your dashboard, please? Well, Edwin, at the end of the class, you will be able to download this PowerPoint presentation. So feel free to do that. Congratulations, Daisy Lee, you are correct. Well done, Hanjo, kind of correct. Can you be more specific? Krishantha, you are correct. Peace, Hanjo. Run it. Hello. Action, past and simple. Great. Hello, Romelia. Welcome. Romelia, we're doing a review of the simple tenses. So I did say at the start of the class that this is going to be quite an beginner level class. So, question, answers. Verb tenses. Verb tenses tell us when the action happens. There are 3 main verb tenses: present, past, and future. Each main tense is divided into simple, continuous, perfect, and perfect continuous tenses. Great. So let's start. Here we have 3 sentences. Okay? She reads books every day. They don't like spicy food. Do you play the piano? So I have 3 questions for you here. Okay, I'm just going to sit back and relax. This is a review lesson. You have to do all of the hard work. Number 1, what tense is used? Number 2, what structures can you see? And question number 3, when do we use this tense? So please share your answers in the chat box, as always. If you could write the number next to your answer, just so I'm sure and that we are clear which question you are answering, that would be useful. Thank you. So when I'm asking you about the tense, I would like you to say specifically the name of the tense, okay? The name of the tense. So that everybody is clear, okay? Remember, this might be a review, but there might be people in chat who have just started learning English or maybe haven't looked at these tenses yet. So it would be a good idea for us to share specifically what we are talking about, okay? Okay. Fantastic. So, what tense is used? Well, that is simply the present simple tense or the simple present, depending on if you're learning American English or British English. We tend to put simple last. Americans tend to put it first. It's the same thing. Okay, great. So, what structures can you see? So, structure is talking about how the sentence is formed. So when you hear structure and when you hear tense, those tend to be two different things. Okay? So when we're looking at the structure, we're looking at how the sentence is formed. Which order are we using or putting the words? Okay? So this is very important, especially if, your native language, your mother tongue, is a language with a different sentence structure to English. So the first sentence, she reads books every day. So the subject of the sentence goes first, and you cannot omit that, right? We need a subject in English. Subject. Now, because the subject is she, you need to add an S on the end, as you can see here. The second sentence is the negative form of the present simple using don't. Okay? They don't like spicy food. Don't, and then the base verb. So remember in the first kind of speaking exercise, I asked you to tell me what the base verb is. Here we have 3 examples of base verbs. They are their infinitive form. And then I forgot to put a question mark here, but the last one is a question putting do at the beginning of the sentence. Do you play the piano? Okay, so this is a very basic explanation of the present simple. So when do we use the present simple? A lot of you said habits, timetables, facts, general truths. You are correct. So many learners get confused with the present simple and the present continuous. You would think we would use the present simple to talk about actions happening in the present, but that is not correct. We use the present simple tense to talk about things that we do or don't do on a regular basis. We also use it to talk about general truths, general facts, general timetables. If we are talking about now and what we are doing now, then that's when we would use the continuous form because we're describing an action that's happening right now. We would not use the present simple. Okay, so you can say, I learn English every day. I learn English every day. Great, because that's a routine and that's a habit that you have. You learn English every day. Or you can say, I'm learning English. I'm learning English with my study books. Okay, so when you say that, I would guess that you're talking about right now. You have your study books open and you're learning English. Okay, so don't get confused between the simple tense and the continuous tense. Okay, so now I have a very simple exercise for you to do. Here we have 5 sentences and there are words missing. All you need to do is complete the sentence with the correct structure and also the correct verb. Very simple. Just pay attention, okay? Make sure that you are looking to see if it's a question, if it's a negative sentence or a positive sentence, and also be careful looking at the subject. Okay? Mina, she likes to read science fiction books. Julia, do you play tennis every Sunday? Manuel, Does Carrie live in Madrid? Manuel, that's not on the screen, but very good, well done. Romelia, do play. Number 2, likes. Number 3, go. Number 4, doesn't. Doesn't watch. Number 5, do and have. Number 3, Nipa, go. They go to the gym 3 times a week. Does anybody go to the gym three times a week here? Is that something that we should be doing? I don't go to the gym 3 times a week. Anyway, what's the difference? She likes reading and she likes to read. That's a very good question, Ekaterina. Now, I think I mentioned this, maybe. Yes, I did mention this 2 weeks ago. So Ekaterina, when we did the stream on verb patterns on the 1st of August, we looked at verbs with ing and to infinitive. It's okay, don't worry. So I did say, personally, as an English teacher, I don't specify a difference between the two, okay? I play tennis. I like to play tennis. I like playing tennis. She likes reading science fiction books. She likes to read science fiction books. They're exactly the same, okay? With no difference in meaning. There are some verbs in English, such as like, love, etc. I think the stream is still available. You can maybe watch it back because I can't remember. But basically, there are some verbs that follow both without a change in meaning. Oh, wow. Okay. So I think we're done with this one, right? Let's have a look at the answers. Do you like playing tennis? Do you play? Do you play tennis every Sunday? She likes to read science fiction books. They go to the gym 3 times a week. He doesn't watch action films on Fridays. And do we have English class tomorrow morning? Okay. In number 1, we put are or do. Do, Mohammed. Because are is the verb to be, and we only use are when we are talking about not really action questions unless it's with the present continuous. We use are for questions like nationalities, ages, locations, okay? Utami, don't worry. It's just practice, I promise. Don't worry. Okay, exactly, Hanjo. So here we have 3 new sentences. I will call you tomorrow. They won't be late for the film. Will she come to the party? So again, same questions. I'm not doing anything. Number 1, what tense is used? Number 2, what structures can you see? And number 3, when do we use this tense? So again, for number 2 and number 3, I would like you to be very specific, please. For the students in chat who may not know this tense yet. I'm just gonna share some love in the chat. Thank you all for being here. I always appreciate the support. Just gonna spam my own chat with some of these cute emojis. Just because I can. Thank you for being here. Okay, I'll stop. Yes, Nipa, that's true. Okay. Well, this is great. So we all know that the first answer is the future simple, okay? The future simple, like I said before, there are other tenses that we can use to talk about the future. The simple tense would be with will, okay? So the structures, most of you wrote down the full structure, which is great. Julia said subject plus the modal verb plus the base verb. Now, modal verbs are, yes, that's where it gets confusing. We can use modal verbs to talk about future situations. We use modal verbs differently depending on the situation. But when we're discussing the future simple, we would say with will, just to be very clear that the first verb has to be will, okay? So, Hanjo, future possibilities, question mark, question mark, question mark is correct. Okay. I saw that Ashley Shen also put the future simple. That is correct. Julia, the second sentence is subject plus modal verb plus not plus the base form. Ekaterina says that the third sentence is will plus the subject plus the base verb, which is verb 1. Yes, Daisy must be very busy cooking. Hopefully she's still here. And then I'm calling you tomorrow is also used. Like I said, Luciano. It's true that we can use other tenses to discuss the future, but right now, today, we're only looking at the simple tense, just to make it as clear as possible. So, when do we use the future simple? I think Romelia mentioned something. When do we use the future simple? If we can use going to, if we can use modal verbs, if we can use the present simple, if we can use the present continuous, when do we use will? Yes, Romelia. One of the uses for will is on the spot decisions. For example, it's cold. Oh, I will close the window. And then I will go and I will close the window. So we use will for predictions as well. And some plans, but we're not really sure. Nipa, you just called me out. I'm sorry. This is what happens when I only work with Spanish students. I forget how to pronounce other people's names. Oh my God. Okay. So we can say, for example, you know what? When I'm older, I'll be a vet. Okay? Am I going to be a vet? Probably not. But we're just using it like as like a future plan, but it's not arranged as such. Okay? So it's for a future prediction, an on-the-spot decision, and then like a general plan. Okay? Next year, I'll visit Egypt. Will I? I don't know. I would like to. Okay, so going to we use for more concrete arrangements, something that has already been planned. Okay? The plan is much more definite than will. For example, tomorrow I'm going to go to the swimming pool. I'm not going to the swimming pool, but I could be going to the swimming pool. If it was like, you know, a real situation, then I would say I'm going to go to the swimming pool. After the class, I'm going to go to Gran Via in Madrid. Okay? So it's a much more concrete idea, an arrangement and a meeting, something that you have already organized, etc. Okay? So here we have some sentences with will, but the words are in the wrong order. Look at that. Who did that? So what you have to do is you have to write these words in the correct order to make future simple sentences. MD, which is already planned. We use continuous with the adverb of time. MD, could you give me an example, please? Mark Donovan. Tammy, the difference between will and would depends on the context. Did I miss a question? Tammy, what's the difference between will and would? Yes. So, would like has its own meaning, obviously, which we use to express a future want or wish, okay? I would like to visit Egypt, meaning I don't plan to, perhaps, but it's a future goal of mine. I would want to visit Egypt. Sorry, I just touched my microphone. And then we use it with conditional sentences to talk again about wishes and wants. We use will when we're being more specific. Thank you, by the way. Thank you, Mark, for answering that and pointing it out. Well, that makes me really happy, Rennet. I feel bored when I review something I have learned before, but reviewing it online seems different. Well, I hope that's a good thing. I'd like to have citizenship in Spain. Exactly, Hanjo. That's a very good example of would like. Will she travel to Europe next year? She will travel to Europe next year. Will she travel to Europe next year? Will you meet me for coffee tomorrow? She will travel to Europe next year. They will watch the new film this week. Will you meet me for a coffee this weekend? Tomorrow? Will you meet me for a coffee tomorrow? They will watch the new film this weekend. They will watch the new film this weekend. Ah, Nipa, it's okay, don't worry. Thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. Oh, Daisy's back just in time. Oh, I didn't notice they weren't all questions. No, only, well, number 2, number 4, and number 5 are questions. Because often students don't write the structure of questions correctly, so I'm really testing your knowledge on this. Well, let's move on because we still have one more to do. Number 1 wasn't a question. She will travel to Europe next year. Okay? She will travel to Europe next year. It's not a definite plan. She doesn't say specifically when, but, you know, it's a general idea. Number 2, will you meet me for coffee tomorrow? So that person would probably have to make a decision there and then, which is a decision in the moment of speaking. Number 3, they will watch the new film this weekend. Number 4, will you attend the international conference next month? Number 5, when will the competition start? Fantastic. So now we have 3 more sentences. Again, you know what you have to do. He visited London last year. They didn't watch TV yesterday. Did she finish her homework? Number 1, what tense is used? Number 2, what structures can you see? And number 3, when do we use this tense? Edwin, the competition is going to be the subject of the sentence, which means it needs to go before the second verb. Okay, Edwin? So you need the subject after the verb will and before the base verb. When will the competition start? Okay. So, Utami, past tense. Past simple. Past tense. Past simple. Julia, simple past. Manuel, past simple. Great. What structures can you see and when do we use this tense? I'm going to give you about 1 more minute because I have to go soon. Okay, it looks like everybody has shared something. So let's have a look. This is the past simple. He visited London last year. They didn't watch TV yesterday. Did she finish her homework? Now, what structures can you see? So again, we always need a subject. Then, in blue, we have the past simple verb, meaning verb number 2. In the second sentence, to form negative sentences in the past simple, you always add didn't. Okay? There are no verb changes. You use didn't with all of the subjects, and then you just add the base verb afterwards. So, past simple negative is quite easy. Past simple questions, quite easy. It's only remembering the regular and irregular verbs that can be more complicated. So the second sentence, subject plus did not plus the base verb. And then the third sentence, did plus subject plus base verb. Okay? And when do we use the past simple? We simply use it for completed actions in the past. Okay? So this is when we use the past simple. So, yes, you can write, has she finished her homework? What is the difference between has she finished her homework and did she finish her homework? Well, both are asking the question of if the person has completed the action. There isn't that much difference. Did, when you say did, it's almost more concrete, whereas when you use has she finished, that's more open, and also you would think that the person has finished their homework close to the moment where you're asking the question. Okay? Carrie, do you find that the past simple is used in exactly the same way as in Spanish? Absolutely not. For me, I know I'm an English teacher, English is much more like the rules for the English structures and things, and the use is much more clear. For me, Spanish, using the Spanish past tenses can be quite complex. Okay. But I'm sure Spanish people will disagree. Manuel, what do you think? Okay, fantastic. So, well, let's try this, okay? I'm gonna unpin this message, get that out of the way. You're going to complete the gaps by choosing the correct past tense form for the poll options. So let's see if I can do this, because we don't have that much time, but I would like to try. Okay, how do I do this? Start a poll. Oh no, I can't copy. Okay. She to the store yesterday is the answer. I've sent the question in the poll. I've given like a poll. I don't know how well this is going to work. Okay, if you would like, you can share your answers using the poll. Okay. So, goes, went, will go. The correct answer was went. So congratulations to the 96 people who answered the poll. Congratulations, well done. Question 2. Which of the following verbs is irregular in the past tense? I'm going to give you some options, and you have to choose the correct. There we go. Choose the correct answer. I don't really know how well this is working. Maybe I could do a poll at the beginning of the class next week. It's kind of fun. If you can, add your answer to the poll. I've only got 19 votes, but 99 people in the class. So who is lurking and not participating? 24 votes. 25. Oh, someone just changed their vote. Hanjo likes polls. Okay, I'm going to use more in the future then. Irregular. So, interesting. 80% of the class. That's not true because only 29 people participated. The correct answer is eat. Okay? Eat is an irregular verb. Irregular. My next question. Oh no. Question number 5. Oh no. Which of these following verbs is regular? So we're doing it the opposite way. Which one is regular? You have to wait until I give you your options. Okay. So click on the correct answer. I think this is like a sign that I should end stream now. Did I? Oh no, I did. So maybe I tricked you here. Oh, we have 30 votes. 29. Someone just... How do you unvote? I didn't know that you could do that. And now we have 105 people here. Who's lurking? Mark, that's funny. Yeah, it's true. I have a lot of stories in the past of saying words that aren't actually correct in my classes, but it's natural. It happens. 35 votes, 36 votes. I'm ending the poll. So interestingly, only 50% of those votes were for shout. Why is question 5 after question 2? Romelia, that is a very good question. I don't have the answer. Because there are 2 more questions in the middle, but the PowerPoint told me that we have to end the stream. So it gave me question 5 now. Shout. Shout is regular. Shouted in the past. Yes, Daisy, nearly 70 people are lurking. If only I knew. If only I knew. Okay, so regular and irregular verbs. Maybe we need to do a lesson on that in the future at some point. Okay, so I'm going to have to finish. When are you will stream again? It's kind of funny to study here. Oh, I'm glad that you like it. I shouted at shout. Next week, same time, same place. Next week, we will be here with some writing tips. So we are going to learn on the 22nd of August. We are going to learn some writing techniques. We're talking all types of writing. We're going to do informal, formal, Cambridge, IELTS, TOEFL, all of them. TOEFL, 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 TOEFL. Anyway, thank you so much for joining me, everybody. It has been a pleasure as always. Remember to follow me on Instagram if you would like to join me on my new venture to start my online English learning business with some free resources and some upcoming online courses. And yeah, it has been great. I have loved every second of it. Thank you so much to all of my regulars for being here and always supporting me. If I could give you a hug in real life, I would, but I can't. So it's going to have to be a virtual hug. Where is Caroline? Thomas Shelby? Well, Thomas Shelby, you were one of the lurkers. So I don't have an answer to your question, unfortunately. Thank you so much, Manuel. I am going to go and walk outside in the boiling hot heat. Wish me luck. I'll see you next week. Have a fantastic, fantastic week. Enjoy, be safe, be good, and we will be here next week. Same time next week. Bye.